My name is Never Chris, and this is my review for MX vs. ATV Untamed for the Nintendo Wii. Check out my channel for more reviews. MX vs. ATV Untamed is an off-road racer that mostly falls into the arcade style of racing. Physics are taken softly, with big jumps and massive air being emphasized. As with the previous titles in this series, Untamed once again gives you a variety of vehicles to choose from, most notably being the varying bikes and ATV quad racers, as well as some unlockable monster trucks and so forth. There's also a lot to do in Untamed. A big problem with many racing titles that even if they play very well, they still often come up rather short in length. Untamed does not have this problem with a wide variety of tracks which can be raced with all of the previously mentioned vehicles, tournaments, a stunt mode, and a mode that will allow you to find gaps within an open map and come up with solutions for jumping over them. For fans of this series, you'll be kept busy for quite a long time. MX vs. ATV Untamed is an ambitious title, but it is far from being a great title. Despite the variety of things to do, the actual racing can get very repetitious. Many tracks are boring and, unfortunately, rather uninteresting to look at as well. Despite being billed as an arcade racer, the great sense of speed is not always there. While it seems like Untamed should be one of the most craziest racing games available, Untamed actually feels, well, rather tame sometimes. Everything seemed to be kept quite under control, and the game engine leads to very few unbelievable spectacular moments. MX vs. ATV looks good in short bursts or pictures and has a nice level of detail to various things such as the riders themselves, but oftentimes the game feels like a brown and muddy mess. I was happy to see that this game offered a wide variety of different control styles right off the bat, but it was soon that I realized that none of these styles actually worked very well. The default controls, surprisingly enough, were for a more traditional style of control utilizing the Wiimote and nunchuck. With this control option, as well as the option available for using the classic controller, the analog stick was just too touchy, making precision turning just a pain. The racing wheel style, which was what I was looking forward to, awkwardly felt a bit too touchy as well. While I have seen this done properly before, it wasn't happening here. MX vs. ATV Untamed does contain an online mode with a small variety of options and a leaderboard, but feels a little gimped on the Wii as usual, though it should help extend its life. A small thing I found very lame about Untamed was an element in its music selection. While commercial music is subjective, and who am I to put down the greatness of bands like Nickelback and The Used, these songs also contain a lot of unnecessary edits. More than just swears, anything near being offensive is cut. This is not a game for people with a passing interest in the genre, as there are better titles to choose from. MX vs. ATV Untamed is for people who love the genre and want something new to play. That said, I'm sure the people who do love the genre will easily be able to turn a blind eye to many of its oversights. Maybe. For me, Untamed was a very average experience, and I have no plans on ever returning to the title again. I found the gameplay and levels to be boring. Untamed was filled with nothing but empty promises of fun. While I wouldn't exactly call this a bad game, I wasn't having a very good time. I give MX vs. ATV Untamed a 5 out of 10.